So this whole class has been such an eye-opener for me. I realized that photography took skill and a good eye, and I was really hoping how to learn how to apply that to my design skills in this media type. I have been designing for over 20 years now, and I've really had to rely on other people to get the images that I need for any kind of material that I'm working on. And it became frustrating and painfully obvious that the photographer was going to, you know, take their own visions of what the outcome should be and put that as the photograph instead of taking my lead and my input on the situation. So from day one, learning how to plan out our shots and using shot diaries all the way to day 30 plus, with our final images being done, I can safely say that I came, I saw, and I conquered everything that we were given. I chose to emulate Mark Wines, and although I couldn't find a bio on him or history of any sort, I did find his portfolio online. And the saying is true, an image speaks 1,000 words. All of his images really spoke to me. I love how clean they are and how interesting, how you can clearly see what his point of focus is. Even the ones you'd least expect, like the food scraps in the sink and the one crushed cereal piece in a row of perfect pieces. They're just great. In the end, I chose his wine glass with the wine pouring over the side. The movement and fluidity of the liquid just drew me in and it actually made me thirsty. And P.S., I hate wine. I really had fun with this. My first attempt I used blue food coloring and had some really great shots. But after uploading them, as you can see, I found it had a huge error on my part. My ISO was set at some ridiculous setting like 30,000 and it made every single image grainy. Even with all the careful planning I put into this, I still hit a bump in the road. Remember kids, always check your camera settings. Moving right along to photo shoot number 2, I used red water this time because I used all of the blue during my first shoot when I wasted all of those great pictures. I did get some decent shots and to my surprise a handful of really awesome ones, and I selected 2 of those to use for my final project here because they were just really, really awesome. I uploaded everything into Photoshop, adjusted the highlights and the shadows, and then used the select and mask tool to take out from my cropped picture the part that I wanted, and then cleaned up the edges really well. I adjusted the hue and saturation because I didn't want it to be a Kool-Aid red. I wanted it to be a more rich red. The first image that I'm going to share with you, I changed the cup and made it up and down so that the focus would be on the curves and flow of the water, and you'll see that in a minute. I really loved that. And the second one, I kept the cup diagonal because it just added to the gravity of the water and the splashes. I really wanted to add in a full cup and just have it kind of floating, but I was not able to get a good shot of the bottom rim. So, and time was on my side. I was working a lot and, I just kind of edited the images as best I could. So they're off canvas and I think it works out quite well. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I do.